Okay, so when I was done reading the chapter of Black Clover, I found myself asking, where the fuck do we go from here? Because, I mean, seriously, what the fuck is up with this? We've only been in this arc for, like, what, 3 or 4 chapters, and we've already taken down the main villain? Because that's what Lyre was. That's what Lyre was. He's been built up since the beginning of this arc, 3 chapters ago, as the main villain. And we've already dealt with him. Meleoleona in this chapter has basically already taken him out. Now, I doubt the arc's gonna be only 3 or 4 chapters long, which means we probably are gonna be going on for like another 4 or 5 chapters at the very minimum. So we had to find something else. We had to find some other reason for us to stay here, for us to stay in the headquarters, because at this point we've taken down the main villain. We've already seen the other teams basically running through the entire base, killing off everyone else that they see. So at this point, if the arc's not gonna end, we had to find out how exactly they're gonna continue it. And when it comes down to it, I really only came up with 2 options of how we can continue this arc, really. And that is option one, either Lyre's not officially done yet, or option two, that there's going to be some secret or some like hidden message in this arc or in this base that we're actually going to spend the rest of the arc going over. Now, going over option one, we've seen other members of this like Midnight Sun, White Knight's Eye, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We've seen other members of this troop have like some kind of second form, or after they've been being down originally, they come back and even stronger and fight. And the basically the team has to come back and hit them even harder. Now, Lyre, I think we've seen pretty much all Lyre is capable of at this point. But that being said, we do know he has intense healing magic, as we saw in the chapter. He was basically to heal himself left and right. Now, what I think might happen is basically how Lyre can continue being the big bad and continue fighting is, alright, so we saw in the chapter that Meleona has some kind of like intense magic or intense mana skin or like some mana like manipulation powers that no one else is aware of yet. Also seen just how good Lyre is at imitating other people's magic. Now, he does have the, requisite that he has to be able to touch the Grimoire in order to replicate their magic. But it wouldn't be that difficult for him to actually get a hold of it, especially if Meleona hasn't become aware of the fact that he has to touch someone else's Grimoire in order to, use their magic abilities. So that being said, he might be able to actually touch her Grimoire and actually copy her magic abilities in order to fight on par with her. But then there comes to the question of, does Mana Skin or her Mana manipulation abilities, does that fall under like something that he can copy with her Grimoire? Because as far as I know, he probably won't be able to copy that attribute if it's not exactly like, if it's a magic that anyone could use and it doesn't matter with their Grimoire or not, then he won't be able to copy it. Because as we see, he can't copy special abilities. As with Asta's like magic, anti-magic swords, he can't copy those. He can copy the appearance of the swords. He can copy the swords themselves, but he can't actually copy the anti-magic properties. So if the mana skin or mana manipulation isn't actually part of a grimoire, but actually part of like her own like magical properties, then he wouldn't be able to copy that. So even if he is able to come back and copy her abilities and come back even stronger, she would still be able to wipe the floor with him. So that kind of just throws that theory out the window, but that is a possibility of where we can go for this arc. Another possibility is we've also seen it was heavily implied in the last chapter, that something in this arc or something in this HQ is calling to Yuno. This could be, like, Lyra could be a smokescreen. Lyra could have been built up to be the smokescreen and, draw our attention towards him, while instead we should be focused on what's going on with Yuno. This could be the arc where we see Yuno finally fall to the dark side. Now, I wouldn't, like I said in my previous review, I don't want to see Yuno fall to the dark side. I'd much prefer it if, like, instead of going down with that classic trope of the, main rival, basically the protagonist, going down to the evil side in order to gain more power. I'd like to see him to look at that power, get offered that power, and say, nah, fuck you guys, I don't need you. And then just walk away and continue being a good guy. That being said, I doubt that's where it's going to go. I completely believe that Yuno's going to end up going down the dark path. He's just Sasuke. He's basically the Sasuke of the series. Like, he's been built up as a Sasuke. He's been the Sasuke since the beginning. We already know he's going to go down the evil path at some point and then come back at the end to be a good guy again. We just got to get over with this point, and what we're like 100 or 40 so chapters in. Yeah, it's about time for him to switch to the dark side. So yeah, that's the two major possibilities I see this arc going down. If we're going to continue the arc, that is either Lyre comes back even stronger, possibly copying Meleona's abilities, or we go down the Yuno route and see him fall to the dark side. Now, there's also other possibilities. We could see maybe one of Lyre's teammates show up at the last minute and save him. The two of them work together to overpower Meleona, and then maybe Asta and Zora had to come in and help her out. Or we could see maybe the whole rest of the arc is just flashbacks. Maybe we could go back and see exactly what happened with the elves that had made them hate the humans. We got hints. We've had hints throughout this entire arc, basically, or throughout this entire series, that basically the humans betrayed the elves and yada yada. Maybe something to do with that woman that we saw that looks like Mimosa last chapter in a flashback. Who knows? But yeah, it's pretty much all I have for this review. Like I said, I doubt the arc's exactly done. I'm sure we have at least another 5 chapters to go. But if you look at this chapter, you could probably think that, hey, the arc's pretty much over at this point. Which you wouldn't be that wrong because Liar, like I said, has been built up as the main villain and he was taken out easily in this chapter. So who knows? Who knows where they're gonna go? But I am looking forward to see what happens next week. I'm more looking forward to seeing Liar come back even stronger than I am seeing the Yuno arc or seeing the Yuno storyline go to completion. I guess that's a way you could say it, to completion. I don't know. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they go next week to see the continuous arc, if they do continue it. But yeah, that's it for the review. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Comment down below with your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.